Hey guys, it's 10:30, the night before this final project is due, and I'm got a list here of some fears, and I'm just gonna kind of talk to you guys about how I've dealt with high school and some things that I had going into it, and some issues that I've had, and some good times that I've had, and just some of the things that I've encountered. So. Hopefully this goes good, and if you watched my earlier video, then you know that this is only my second video on YouTube, but I hope you enjoy it. Alright, let's get started, I guess. So, some fears that I had going in as a freshman, I'll tell you, I moved across the county, which I know isn't far, but sorry, let me just adjust this. It's not far, but it was enough to kind of separate me from all the people that I had gone to elementary school and middle school with, and just kind of put me in a new place. And so I was in a completely new school, and I didn't know anybody. I didn't have any friends. I didn't know what to expect. So a couple of things that really kind of hit me um, as a freshman were kind of being scared of upperclassmen and fitting in and making friends. And these are all things that you kind of get going into high school at all, whether it's your base high school where you've been for the past, that's 6 or whatever years, 8 years. But you just kind of really get a feel for it, and when you're going into a new place, you really don't know what to expect. And so it's one of those things that no matter where you go, or no matter how hard you try, you're always going to have to find new people, and you're always going to meet new people, and it's always going to be kind of a struggle. But just be yourself and put yourself out there, and you will find the right people. And whether you're kind of weird, or you're into anime, or you like to draw, or you're into theater, or you're a jock, whatever you're into, there's always going to be somebody else that likes it as well. I didn't really know who I was going into my freshman year. All I knew was that I was kind of weird, and I really liked Disney, and I just ended up falling in with a group of people that really embraced me, and until the end of my junior year. And even now, I'm still really close with a lot of them. And as you go on, you'll make new friends, and you'll lose some friends, and that happens. But you gotta stay strong and really know, that you're gonna make it. All right, so back to kind of the freshman fears that I had. One of the first ones that I've heard a lot, whether it's just online or um, through a couple friends that I've talked to, I didn't necessarily have, but they all seem to. So, getting lost. All that I can really say about getting lost is, even if you're in a really big school, you're going to know where all of your classes are, and that's all that really matters. You've got a couple staples, the auditorium, the gym, the cafeteria. Um, some schools have like a student lounge, uh, and then of course your classes. So you're gonna know where your English class is by day 2 or 3. You're gonna know where your history class is, your science class is, and these are all your core classes, and you're gonna get those pretty quick. Whether it's the first week or the first month, you're gonna be fine. You're not gonna get lost. And if you do, a lot of teachers are really lenient within the first week or two. Um, Upperclassmen. I I was really lucky because when I got there, I was new and I didn't know people, and I'm kind of personable, so I'm able to talk with a lot of teachers, and that was really what kind of started off my sorry about the hat here started off my relationships with the upperclassmen. Freshman year, I had this really awesome history teacher. His name was Mr. Valco. Unfortunately, he's passed away since, but he was super funny and he was a really big dork, and he just made class kind of fun. And so I would hang out with him at lunch sometimes. I know I was that kid, but um, it turned out that so did these two girls, Connor and Kiernan, and they really kind of saved me. And I know that that might sound kind of weird, but they introduced me to a lot of my friends, and even some that I still have now. Um, Freshman and sophomore year, they were juniors, but freshman and sophomore year, I was their child, and so they really kind of helped me. Sorry, they really helped me kind of meet new people and be able to get out there and talk with other people and just kind of be myself. Um, there were, the bullies and the jocks and the upperclassmen that think that you're just a stupid freshie and, you're gonna get picked on, you're gonna get bullied. But no matter who you are, whether you're, starting as a freshman on the football team or sitting in the back of class doodling in a notebook and not talking to anybody, you're going to get bullied. It's going to happen, and that's just a sad fact about teenagers in high school in general. You know, from the time I was, gosh, 5, 6, I've always been bullied. And that did go bad for me for a while. I was not the greatest kid in elementary school, even in middle school. But I ended up okay. And you just have to learn to get past those bullies and kind of brush them off. It happens. They're insecure. They're just taking it out same way that, their bullies take it out on them. Um, I have another one, but I'm going to kind of push that off. Fitting in. Again, like I said, you're going to you're going to hate hearing this, but you'll find your place. Everybody finds their place in high school, and whether it's day one when you meet a group or sophomore year, you're not going to find all of your best friends super early. You might, and if you do, awesome. That's great, and hopefully you'll keep them for the rest of your life. Um, but you're probably not. I'm really good friends with a lot of people that I met freshman and sophomore year, and I'm really happy to say that I found them. And a lot of it was actually because of Connor and Kiernan. Fitting in, making friends, losing friends, you're going to lose friends. You're going to make new friends. You're going to find out that your best friend was a bitch and that she was talking behind your back. You're going to meet a girl and start crushing on her and get really close with her. I I remember the let's see, first week, I guess, of my sophomore year. I walked into driver's ed, and it was like the PE class. It was required, and this girl walks in late, and she's this stunning girl, and she walks in and she sits right behind me, And she doesn't say a single word for 2 or 3 classes. And every day I would look back and she would be doodling or writing or doing something in this notebook. And eventually I got up the courage to turn around, and I sat, with my knees in the chair and my butt leaning up against the front of my desk, and I just said hi. And we went through this phase, I guess, where we went to the movies a couple times and we hung out a couple times, and um, me, the almost 6 foot, 200 pound guy that I was, uh, I went to gymnastics with her on the weekend just because, I wanted to be interested in something that she was interested in. We had similar tastes in music, and she was an amazing writer, is an amazing writer, and I had the biggest crush on her. And she's a lifeguard at the pool in my neighborhood, and we're still super close, and I talk to her all the time, and we're probably going to go hiking this weekend. So, they don't always turn out horribly. You won't always get rejected. You have to put yourself out there. I don't know that that's where I was going at the beginning of this, but, you'll never know if you don't try. And, you have to put yourself out there if you ever want to start anything, whether it's a friendship or a relationship or anything. You have to be willing and confident enough in yourself to put yourself out there and put your pride on the line and be courageous. And even if you don't believe in yourself or think that there's any chance of you ever saying more than 5 words to a girl or a guy or whoever your preference or whatever, even if it's Adam Sandler sitting across a restaurant from you, if you don't ever get up and say, hi, I'm a big fan, or hey, I like your shoes, or some random thing, you have to put yourself out there. If you don't, then you'll never get anywhere. That kind of loops into my next topics, I guess, which are love and relationships. I went through a couple really crazy relationships throughout high school. From 4 months, well, 5 months, I guess, to a week, literally 6 days. I've been through it all. My first high school relationship was sophomore year, and I was friends with this girl named Elena, and we were really good friends. We met September of sophomore year, sorry. And we started talking, and I hung out with her and her friends, and we sat together at lunch. And actually, the day after Christmas was her birthday, and we went out to see Frozen. And we ended up walking out of the mall, which was where the theater was, and talked for a while till my mom got there, and we decided that we wanted to give it a shot. And it was great, it was awesome. And maybe 3 months in, she started getting annoyed at little things, and I'm a finicky guy, I've put my arms up, I've crossed them, I've twitched, I'm looking around, I've got ADHD brain. What do you expect? I write on myself. Come on. I mean, there are so many things. And she knew that going in, but they got on her nerves, and after a while she snapped, and she ended up freaking out at lunch, and it just didn't work. But the thing is, we came out of it, and I saw her earlier this week. I called her yesterday. We're super good friends, and she's 2 years ahead of me, and she's in college. You have to, even if it doesn't work, you have to try. Um, I've had, so she lasted 4 months. I had a girlfriend who lasted 3, and she ended up telling me that she didn't love me anymore. And I ended up figuring out that she never really loved me, but I was just kind of a plaything, which sucks because guys have feelings too, um, and I dated a girl who I thought was pretty, and I never really thought I would have had a chance with, but we started making out. I walked her home one day, and she said, I just don't think this is gonna work. Okay, it's I wasn't really surprised by that, but whatever. Um, and then at the beginning of my senior year, sorry, I'm shifting around a lot. At the beginning of my senior year, I decided to move up with my dad in Connecticut, and I never really had him in my life as much as he wanted, or maybe I wanted, but I decided I would give him a chance, and I moved up there, and I went to this new school, and I want to be a chef, so I even applied for like a trade high school, vocational high school. I got in. I was super excited, and then we decided it wasn't for me. But this school had a great agricultural program. It was in this little town in rural Connecticut, and had an agriculture program. I was on NBC Connecticut with my class. Like it was great. It was really really an amazing opportunity for me. And so I went to this school, and I made amazing friends, some that I talk to still, and I've been gone for, wow, 4 months. Yeah. Um wow. I can't, sorry, shocker. Um I just, wow. But I made really good friends, and I actually started dating a girl, and she wasn't sure, what her sexuality was. She was a freshman. She wasn't the best fit for me, I guess, but I really fell hard. And I went to the ends of the earth for her. You know, I was with her every second of the day that I could be. I skipped class to be with her. I after I left Connecticut cuz my dad lost the house, I I went back up, and I surprised her in New York City, and she had no idea. I took her to see Chicago, the musical on Broadway. I would Skype with her every single night until 2, 3 in the morning. We stayed up all night one night, and we just talked, and it didn't matter what we were talking about because I was really, really in love with this girl. And once I moved down here, the distance just got too hard. And after, I want to say like 6 months, we ended up breaking up. And it was really hard. And you're going to go through relationships that are really, really hard. And you're going to find people that you think are the one, or that you could really have a life and a family with. And hopefully you find that person. But don't make that be your sole priority. Don't ruin your high school career for a girl or a guy Don't be stupid with that. You have at least another, like, 40 years, hopefully. That would be sad, living to 58. Let's say you have another 70 years. But you have to make sure that you live while you can. You're a child, and you're going into high school. You're not you're not even an adult yet. And I know that you're gonna sit there and call me a child, and I'm 17. I know I am. I'm graduating and I'm going to Europe, which is awesome. Side note, I'm spending time going into Frankfurt, and then spending some time with a friend, and then going to Barcelona, and then a little bit more in Spain, Porto, Portugal, and then Lisboa, Portugal, and then Rome, and I think that that's it. But like all over Italy, and it's gonna be amazing. But that's off topic. I'm 17. I know I'm a kid. I'm graduating now, and I'm terrified for life. Don't be scared of high school. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera a lot, I know. Don't be afraid of high school. High school might not be the best 4 years of your life, but they're definitely going to be four of the most memorable. Whether you sit at home like a lump and do nothing, or get involved in every single sports event and make a million friends and you're Miss Congeniality, like, it doesn't matter. You're going to remember your high school career. And college, I mean, come on. But you're always gonna have that. And another really big fear for high school is trying to find yourself. Don't try to find yourself. You're 18, you don't even know yourself yet. You're learning. Some of you are getting your first kiss. Some of you are just hitting puberty. Some of you are like not sure about anything with your life. You don't know if you're going to make it another 3 days. I went through a section of my life that was really dark, and I don't know if I would have made it without, my family and a girl. And like, have those friends that you can talk to. I'm currently diagnosed with dysthymia, which is basically mild depression, and I'm going to a therapist once a week. I'm not okay. We're talking about medication. I don't want to do medication, but I'm thinking about it because it's really bad. There was a point not too long ago where I was considering just ending it, just taking my life and not being here. Why? Because I have a life. Because no matter how bad it is, there's always someone worse. Because whether or not you believe it, whether or not you think that it's right, whether or not you care, there are other people that do care. I have a group of friends right now. I can Lydia, Amber, Casey, Spencer. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here. And even when I start to get really bad up here, I know that you guys are always here for me. And I thank you, because I wouldn't have made it without you. Make a family. If there's nothing else, these people that you're meeting now, a lot of them you're not going to remember. A lot of them you're not going to know in 5 years. But the ones that you do will be there forever. Amber, Lydia, Casey, Spencer, I know that you guys will be there for the rest of my life. I have zero doubt in my mind that when I'm 50, I can call any one of you just to say hi, just to tell you guys I love you, just to have my family there, you know. I'm not gonna find myself now. I'm not gonna find myself, hopefully, in my 20s. I don't know what's gonna happen with my life. I know that I'm gonna go on to the Coast Guard, and probably. And I know that, you know, my life is gonna get crazy, and it's gonna get rough, and that's life. I don't expect to know what my life is gonna be in 3 years. I have a plan, you know. I want to be a chef. I want to hopefully reach E5 or E6 by the time that I get out of the Coast Guard. I want to, you know, like, I want to be someone, you know, I want to do something. But do I know that that's going to happen? Hell no. Not a chance. Do I know that that's what I want? Yeah. I want something good. I want to be happy, and I want a good life. So, if nothing else from this video, be yourself, have fun, fall in lust, you know, make friends, join a clique, join clubs, oh my god. I would not be who I am at all if it wasn't for drama club. For theater, I joined theater as a crew member in sophomore year. I got 2 roles in 2 really big plays. One was a 1-act, and then one of them was Treasure Island, for God's sake. I this year I got Danny Zuko in Grease in my high school musical, and it was amazing. I wouldn't be able to sit here and do any of this. I wouldn't be able to talk to you guys on a camera. I wouldn't be able to do anything. I wouldn't be who I was if it wasn't for theater. And so if that tells you anything, join a club, find yourself. I never would have thought 4 years ago that I'd be playing tennis. Like, that I would be on a stage ever. You know, now I want to do community theater. Now I would love more than anything else to be on Broadway. That's my biggest dream. More than anything else, I want to do that. But, like, discover who you are. Discover what you like. Become a person that you can be okay with. And accept yourself. And join some stupid clique. And make some stupid friends that you're not going to know. Date a girl for 6 days. Be stupid. Be a kid. Do something fun. And just have fun. If nothing else, then have fun. Enjoy high school, because you're never going to have another 4 years like it. Thanks, guys, for watching. I know it's been long. If you've persevered through this video, then you're crazy. But, you know, it's literally 10:59, and I'm going to sign off. I love you guys. Thanks so much. Bye.